you doing? I'm Michael Bell, the voice of Duke.
Hi, this is Adrienne Palicki, Lady J from G.I. Joe.
Hey there, it's Rachel Nichols, aka Scarlett.
And if you're listening...
And you're listening...
And you are listening to Anything Joe's, a collaborative journey through the world of G.I. Joe with Greg and Jaren.
Yo, Joe!
It's Greg and Jaren on the mic. Let's go. Time to dive into the world of G.I. Joe. From comics to toys, cartoons to flicks. Exploring every era, get your nostalgia fix. Classified secrets to vintage finds. Analyzing story arcs, collecting toy lines. Whether you're a pro or a new recruit, join the team, grab your gear, follow suit. It's Anything Joe's, your frontline crew. Every facet of the Joe world we're searching through. Yo, Joe, Cobra, the battle's begun. A collaborative journey, let's have some fun.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Anything Joe's, a collaborative journey through the world of G.I. Joe. My name is Greg Engel.
And I'm Jaren Decker.
And we'll be your host today. Today on Anything Joe's, we're going to take a look at a different cartoon series for once. We're going to take a look at G.I. Joe Renegades, which is a cartoon that Jaren has not seen before and is a complete re-envisioning of the G.I. Joe universe. But before we get into that, we're going to scroll through the battlefield a little bit. Jaren, the big topic this week on just in general G.I. Joe news is that Lenny is moving on from the brand. Lenny has been the lead designer on the G.I. Joe classified line for, I don't know if he was on it for the entire time, but he's certainly been there for what we would consider the golden years. And he's been one of the few faces, other than Mark Webber, I can't think of anybody that like really helmed G.I. Joe that was in the limelight a lot. Like I knew him by name and I saw him all the time. Lenny is moving on to work for Boss Fight Studios, which makes great 1/18 scale figures. I have lots of Boss Fight stuff, and I'm looking forward to whatever he does in the future. I think he was a really great addition to the product line. He did some really exceptional stuff. The man obviously has the passion for the brand, which you don't always get with for some people, it's just a job. So I genuinely will miss him. I think he brought a lot of great ideas and concepts to the brand. I hope that the brand doesn't flop. That's too strong of a word. I hope it doesn't falter as a result of losing him. But the reality is that he probably has so much stuff in the pipeline. It'll be another year before we're even seeing hints of what the next developer is going to look like.
Yeah, I loved Lenny. I got the opportunity to speak with him once. I always dreamed of getting a real interview with him, and who knows, maybe there's still a shot. But I think that his move to Boss Fight is going to be great for him. It's going to allow him to do things that are different. In our limited interaction with him, he was a fan of a lot of stuff. If you go on his Instagram, you can see he's posted other lines and things. And I think he's just one of us. It really seems. So I'll be excited to see kind of what he does. And I think we still got some good people on the Joe team. And hopefully, we can just keep chugging along. There's still all of Star Brigade to get to. So got plenty of things to pull from.
Yeah, I think the line is going strong enough that even the architecture that's been laid out, I think is made for success. But who knows? We'll see. I get the kind of idea. I think those of us that have followed the brand for a long time across any of the Hasbro produced properties, the general idea seems to be that working for Hasbro doesn't seem to be great. I've often thought, well, a dream job would be to work on G.I. Joe, something that there's me and a person that has no limit for his excitement for G.I. Joe. But every time you see somebody leave Hasbro, it seems like they've withered away years of their soul or something. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like a good company. It just seems like they're really, I don't know. Maybe I'm sure the action figure business is struggling, just like lots of, it's not a kid's property anymore. There's always been that weird adjustment period. So we'll see. I'd love to hear thoughts on, I've seen some people that are pleased that he's leaving, but I'm not one of those people. I thought he did great work. I was really pleased with what he did. He seemed like a really nice guy. I didn't get to talk to him, but maybe I will someday.
Really, thank you, Lenny, for all the hard work. It's got to be a lot to deal with all of us Joe fans. We can
sure.
be rather vocal in our opposition, and I am really grateful that he swung for it. He didn't just play it safe. He could have, they could have went on autopilot and just did 1-to-1 recreations of the classified or of the original figures, and they still were taking swings. And I hope that we stay making some choices, and I'll be excited to see when his figure comes out.
So let's move on to G.I. Joe Renegades. Before we get right into the cartoon, I'm going to lay a little groundwork in case you're not familiar with it. As I mentioned earlier, Jaren hasn't seen this before, so it'll be beneficial to him as well. G.I. Joe Renegades is a great jumping on point for G.I. Joe fans because it's a complete reboot. It's a completely new take on the universe. It's not based on any other material out there, full stop. When G.I. Joe Renegades came out, it was released on the Hub Network. And if you're not familiar with that, I'm not surprised because it was really hard to find. Hub Network was a partnership between Discovery Channel and Hasbro. And it was like basically all Hasbro toy programming. They had a Transformers cartoon. They had this G.I. Joe cartoon. They had a bunch of other properties that I wasn't paying attention to at the time. I remember when this came out, and I was very excited about it. I'm always very excited about an animated G.I. Joe cartoon. For one thing, we don't get a whole lot of them. So for them to give it another chance, I was like, okay, great. I can't wait to see what comes out. I'm all in on it. Couldn't watch it. Couldn't find it anywhere. It was so hard to find. The Hub was like I only ever really saw it on my mom and dad's satellite dish network. And it was also really hard to find online. I basically had to resort to downloading the episodes, and there didn't seem like there was anybody that was even ripping them to put them online. So it took me. I was able to see them, but it took quite a while, and it didn't come out on DVD and Blu-ray until the whole thing had wrapped up. So, it was, and that also made it kind of exciting, like an elusive treasure that you had to seek out before you could watch it. I like Renegades a lot. It is very kid friendly in many ways, and they change a lot of things that disagree's too strong a word. It's just they had their own vision and they were going with it. The idea of G.I. Joe Renegades, as we're getting ready to see, is that it's a core set of Joes that have been kind of like set up, and this is a world where Cobra is sort of like the Walmart of the world. They own all of this property, and they're like high functioning members of society. They're all in disguise as a kind of aristocratic people. So it's kind of hard to make them the villain. That's kind of the whole concept, is they're trying to prove that Cobra's bad. And I've never really seen them do anything like this before, so I think it was really exciting. All that out of the way, let's start this bad boy up. This is a two-parter, Jaren. We're only going to watch the first part tonight.
It already looks a whole lot different.
Yeah, the animation is unique. It fits, but it's very different than what we normally get.
Every man, woman, and child on our planet. Cobra Industries.
Cobra
That was
Butterfly.
looking leaves from the vine.
Accelerating global communications. Cobra connects you.
Okay, so we're like Amazon, basically. Like,
I mean, yeah, I was using Walmart as an example. Even that's kind of outdated. Yeah, these basically, they have their hands in everything. Military technologies, you bet. We got pharmaceuticals. They got a piece of everything. They own a little piece of it, and there's control with that. Even the clever little logo there.
oh, I have one of those Cobra Guy troopers.
Yeah, these are the redesigned Vipers, I think is what they're still called in here, and they're just like the security force. They're like on the books, totally level, just security guys. They're not the dudes that are going to war. These guys are defending their like one of their regular headquarters, not like an enemy base, but like literally like an Amazon warehouse. We got our first shot of our primary team. The team consists of Duke, Scarlet, Snake Eyes, Ripcord, Tunnel Rat, and Roadblock, and that's pretty much they're the primary guys. And that's a great assortment of characters because you've got people like Tunnel Rat that are there for comedic reasons. You've got tough guys like Roadblock. You've got, I mean, of course you have to have Snake Eyes, and I think Duke and Scarlet are also go-tos as well. Ripcord is like a bit of a carryover from the live-action movie. He's black in this, and they made a lot of figures of him as well. They don't reference the movie at any point, but it's the only other reason I can think of why they swapped him like that. Not that the original Ripcord is. I wouldn't foresee Ripcord being a part of the team if it hadn't been for the first movie because of this. Because Ripcord is a bit of a C-lister. I mean, again, probably too harsh, but he's not a primary character. You don't see him that often. Another surefire sign that you're watching something designed for kids is that everything is laser oriented in this. That makes it a little bit safer.
Mm-hmm. I really like that Snake Eyes design.
I like all the character designs from this quite a bit. They're not too far-fetched from their originals, but they still bring a lot of originality. Roadblock's crazy, like sideburns. Like they really changed him around quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
The Cobra Commander.
I mean, there's no
design,
tripwire, but it'll be okay.
Maybe there will be in a later episode.
Ooh.
Try not to hurt anyone. Yeah, don't think they're playing by your rules.
6 hours earlier. So this is the formation of the team. You're already starting to see. Oh, there's Lady J.
Here's my blue ribbon, Lady J.
I have something better. Orders from above. You get to escort an intel desk jockey on a security detail.
Babysit a spy.
Not alone. Don't worry. I'll find you some new friends.
Got an interesting accent for that Lady J. So this is the.
I was about to ask that.
This is basically the formation of the air quote G.I. Joe team of this universe. And we can see that they're the best of the best, just like all Joes are.
End up where your ears used to be.
Good thing I wear comfortable shoes, sir.
Like his big goggles.
Private Lee, what are you doing?
Being all I can be. Ma'am.
Big fan of this Tunnel Rat design also. His whole character I think is extremely good. It's kind of a carryover from the G.I. Joe animated movie. It's a bit of a wisecracker, kind of always cutting up. He's the Spider-Man.
They got some serious voice actors in here.
Yeah, they sure do.
Where you been crawling, Tunnel Rat?
Who's Tunnel Rat?
Apparently you are.
Thanks for the new friends, Lady J.
Just like that, our team is assembled. Easy peasy. We only got 20 minutes to kill, guys. That's a cool Scarlet outfit, which is with like the jacket on. I like a lot of their plainclothes stuff.
Army Intelligence.
Sergeant Hauser. My friends call me.
Duke. I know. I do my homework.
What do we call you?
Hey, how about Scarlet? On it, because of hair.
Try ma'am, Weems. I am your superior officer.
Yeah.
Scarlet's personality is a bit of a ball buster in this cartoon, but I think it works for her.
This is the Cobra Pharmaceuticals manufacturing plant, 3 clicks north of Springfield.
Isn't that a civilian
Springfield reference?
It also produces vaccines for the military. We've been called in to investigate a terrorist threat.
We're unarmed. What can we do against terrorists?
Nothing. I'll break it down slowly. This is a show. Big, strong army guys are going in to make the civilians feel safe. You boys don't have to strain your brains, you just have to follow orders. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, mom.
I love when they animate the like eyebrow under the hair so it can still be seen.
Yeah. I've never really seen this style of animation used in other shows before. It's definitely influenced by anime, but not like it's not overwhelming.
Roadblock. See, he called you Roadblock because you're big, and you were blocking his way. The dude is hilarious. Maybe we should call you Incredibly Annoying Guy.
Who better watch his mouth. Sir, 5 incoming. Military.
U.S. Army would never show up unannounced.
Welcome to Cobra Pharmaceuticals. May I help you?
Army Intelligence. I need to speak to your security chief immediately.
Do you have an appointment?
I don't need an appointment. I represent...
Cool, fancy looking badge. I wonder if that's what all G.I. Joe badges look like. It's just very well decorated. That's all I'm noticing.
The U.S. government. Bring him out here now.
Beep.
One moment, please.
You might want to switch to decaf. Scarlet.
You might want to switch that booze.
Don't move. Stay where you are.
Oh, whoa, we're friendlies.
We're investigating...
All right, sideways, Scarlet. They're not going to understand.
On the floor, lady.
Hey, hands off.
Hands behind your head.
You get that out of my face.
I don't think you can just start grabbing people.
Yeah, pretty aggressive considering they don't really know what's going on.
We are here by the authority of the United States.
Also, don't think you can just grab someone's gun.
I guess the idea is that Cobra is so cocky in their power that they can just do whatever and there'll be no consequences. I like these gun designs. They're pretty bulky, but they're cool looking. They're just futuristic looking enough.
You okay?
It only hurts when I breathe. What happened?
Stop breathing.
Tell me. Lasers? Where did they get lasers?
I'm out.
There's our boy. You can't have a G.I. Joe show and not put Snake Eyes in it. It would be an immediate failure.
I mean, that's a pretty sweet intro.
This is sick. This is all sick, right? Like, this rules. It's cool to see modern animation with Snake Eyes.
Snake Eyes is with me.
I like how Duke's like, I don't want to hurt anyone. Snake Eyes is like, I want to hurt everyone.
Snake Eyes like, couldn't hurt me if you wanted to.
Someone's coming.
Clear. Clear.
Pretty strong.
I'll initiate lockdown. Secure the perimeter.
This guy's got Cobra logos everywhere. On the front of the hat, the back of the hat, both shoulders.
You find the schematics?
What's that mean? What do you think that means? He tapped his hand. Does that mean we're running out of time? I'm just wondering. They seem to know.
Come on.
They seem to know.
Hurry up.
I know, but we have to eyeball the lab.
Nobody called it a terrorist threat. What's our real purpose here, Scarlet?
I'll explain everything.
You mean my personality? Because this is kind of who upset I'm being.
There's no shot there's a guy in there that fit Roadblock.
I know, right?
Don't let their smiling face fool you.
He'd be like the Incredible Hulk.
I wish they'd just lean into it and have him put two of them together.
My mom's worked at a Cobra bakery for nearly 10 years.
Cobra does bake a tasty apple pie.
Cobra's pure evil, but the military has never had proof until now. This building's schematics reveal a subterranean level.
So we got shot at and nearly killed because Cobra has a basement?
A basement full of something. I just know it. Thank you.
I like that he's got like the baggy like ninja pants.
Yeah, his design is pretty great too. They did a lot of good work with these redesigns.
If I'm right,
still the sleek like upside down triangle visor, everything. But yeah, everything else has been like, it's like he's wearing a suit that he's got those military pants over it.
General Abernathy. Somebody has friends in high places.
Hard to believe somebody has friends at all.
That doesn't seem like it would work like that, but I guess I don't understand future door technology.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah.
This ain't your mama's Cobra.
This don't look like no apple pie.
Our mistake. Yeah, we've seen the rec room. Can we go now?
It's weird, but it is Amazon.
But what does this sideshow prove?
But it's free 2-day shipping. So.
We got a whole freaking monorail.
friend. You could have said something about the magnetic train tracks.
No, he couldn't.
What, dude can't talk?
Wish I could say the same for you.
Anybody else wondering why there's a train running down here?
I apologize for not being able to join you in person, but I wanted to express my gratitude to all for supporting Cobra's latest philanthropic endeavor, the Veterans Health Consortium. Now please, enjoy the party.
There's Hawk and Baroness.
Thank you.
He's bald.
Yeah, and he's lost an eye, which I guess is a little bit of a Nick Fury nod. Hawk obviously is aged up compared to the other characters in this, and also doesn't do field action through the entire series. He's basically just a point of contact for the entire show. And that's fine. They obviously are like, we can't focus on the whole Joe team. There are, we need a head of command. I don't know about the eye patch and the baldness. It seems unusual, but it's fine. He's such a minor character in this series that I'm willing to overlook it, I guess.
No, thank you. Baroness?
Please, call me Anastasia.
Just don't call me clumsy.
Tell me, Anastasia, when do I get to meet your elusive boss?
Mr. de Cobre is a very busy man, General.
If you'll excuse me.
General, we've never met. I'm Lieutenant Shauna O'Hara, an officer in your investigative division. I am on the verge of obtaining.
And I got your cell phone number.
Industries is involved in all manner of illegal activity.
Also, I'm here to contact you about your extended warranty on your car.
I've infiltrated a secret Cobra lab in Springfield.
Sounded like somebody was spying on me with fancy
Hey,
glasses.
Hidalgo, do you know a Lieutenant O'Hara in intelligence?
Name sounds familiar.
Find out what she's up
Then fire her.
to ASAP.
Sir, we had a security breach, and I thought...
So this character is I'm actually blanking on his name right now, but he's replaced Dr. Mindbender, and
okay,
he's like a young kind of like startup kid, but he dabbles with technology, biotechnology specifically. He's the guy that's making all the crazy stuff that they just saw downstairs. I really like this character. The idea that there's some young, up-and-coming, know-it-all, Draco Malfoy type who doesn't get along with anybody. Even the other members of Cobra don't really like him, you'll see. He's just kind of dressed down. He's not a big eccentric like Dr. Mindbender. I've been a fan of this character for a long time. I've incorporated this character into my regular G.I. Joe verse. I like him so much. I have a very crappy, very lazy custom of him that I use.
Interrupted artistic work. You know what I'm making down here? Your replacement.
I think his name is like Brian Bender or something kind of silly like that.
I know the teeming masses will call you unnatural, immoral, even evil, but you'll always be my baby.
Who's young Frankenstein?
Got him.
Brian Binder, aka Mindbender.
Hey, I was right.
Badly wanted by the feds for multiple crimes against nature.
So what's he doing in Cobra's basement?
Baking up some apple pie.
crimes against nature.
Yeah.
Taking him in.
No, I have all the proof I need right here. We're leaving.
No worries, Sarge. We'll just come back with a search warrant, pitchforks, and torches next week.
Next week.
So we're staying?
No, a nod means we're leaving.
What are we nodding about anyway?
Hey! This area is restricted. You're the security breach.
You're under arrest.
Doubt it.
Everybody sees the lava lamp coming at us, right?
Open fire! Watch out!
So these creatures are called biovipers, and they're a completely original concept. We had a bioviper in the original vintage line. He was not anything like this at all. I guess they just still had the name on trademark, and they were like, "Hey, just slap it on this guy." And these guys are in a few episodes as primary plot points. They're really Venom-ish, as you can see the way that they just kind of like are very flowy. I don't know how else to describe it. They can like stretch and bend and do all kinds of stuff. They get shot at in the kind of like a T-1000. And they heal. They just like heal themselves. They're really cool. I wish we had gotten a BioViper figure because I like the genetic manipulation side of things. We don't get a lot of like when we got zombie vipers, that was a huge deal because they so rarely touch on the truly extreme stuff because they're afraid the military boys will get offended. But I like the BioViper a lot. And they're super tough. And lastly, of course, obviously for a kid's show, it makes more sense to put in something that you can kill without getting in trouble.
Yeah, you can cut up, you can blow apart, you can... I don't know, maybe pull the trigger again?
Yeah, just a thought.
Bring back up.
No can do, sir.
No can do, sir. I hate backup. The animator said 6-man max team.
Bring back up. I say how much?
Don't I just find a tunnel anywhere, man? I guess it still hurts them when they get shot, even though they heal right back up. It's kind of like this Mr. Beast Play-Doh mold for making BioVipers. Just pour in your plate.
This one's going to be a really... They're going to be really strong with 2 of them in there.
Yeah, I wonder what's supposed to happen to them. If there's... Is it supposed to dissolve them? Or like a snake armor, they control them from within.
Cobra lets me do anything I want down here. After you 5 are recycled into my biomatrix, you will be reborn as super soldiers. Granted, it's just a work in progress, but you may well be the first unit in Cobra's very own Bio Viper army. Can I get a...
No, you cannot.
Doctor, I understand
Yeah, I don't
there
think
was
you're
a
getting one, bud.
security breach at the lab.
Handled it. I mean, some green shirts busted in to arrest me. Go figure.
What about that man crawling in the pipe behind you?
I know, I disobeyed orders. Didn't want to.
Expect a court.
I bet that stuff tastes like high C.
I outrank him. You're pardoned.
Help roadblock tunnel.
New Baja Blast BioVipers coming soon to Cobra Incorporated.
Junior! Dinner!
That was a little rude, sir.
They blew up real good.
Who'd have thought that did the trick?
They're vulnerable to grenades, everybody. Spread the word.
Why even have them in it if you can just electrocute the goop?
Fair.
Don't you have any more grenades?
Yeah, seriously. It was our only one. It was a decorative one.
Yeah.
Licensed train driver Dr. Mindbender.
Oh, no more.
We should shut down the assembly line.
You think?
Controls are locked.
It's on auto BioViper mode.
How?
Oh. Who would have thought you could just punch
Yeah,
it?
that's what I was just thinking. That didn't really work great for Duke. He got his hand stuck in it.
Yeah, but Duke's not roadblock. He's not as much
That's
of a
fair.
man.
He like used his Mega Sergeant Slaughter level strength and ripped him apart.
Yeah.
Next time that generator fires, boom, shakalaka.
Then let her rip.
He'll be great at basketball.
Ripcord.
Ripcord. Me like it.
There's Weems.
It did not boom or shock.
Yeah, neither shocked nor boomed.
Oh, here it comes.
Might want to cover your ears, doughboy.
They're slime, not dough.
Did you just make me watch Ripcord die? How dare you?
Attention, all personnel. Evacuate. This is not a drill.
It's a good thing there's a lot of chaos. No one will question why they're running out of there in their
No
underwear.
joke. It really went all up. Okay, guys, I'll walk.
Don't worry about Snake Eyes.
I wasn't.
I was worried about me. Here's another vehicle to add to our long laundry list of Cobra vehicles that have never been made into toys. Obviously, I wouldn't expect this at any point. Well, if the line had done better, I suppose. This is like a Cobra. It seems to double for supporting their infantry or their bodyguards, whatever you want to call them. They also seem to use them as delivery trucks. You'll see in a later episode that it has an incredibly wide array of functionality. It has like Zartan-like technology where it can change and look like other vehicles and stuff. It's absolutely it's absolutely preposterous, the budget on these vehicles, but they use them a lot. You'll see them a lot, and they are super cool.
Don't mind us in this stolen vehicle.
Lab in Springfield.
What happened out there, Lieutenant?
Long story short, we've acquired proof that Cobra's involved in things you wouldn't believe.
It's on this super
We
cool
have to
zip
get this
drive.
to General Abernathy right now.
You
Everyone
probably
back in the
shouldn't
truck.
give it to one person. You should probably make
Yeah,
a
we probably
copy.
should have backed that up on the cloud or
Lost a
something.
man back there. I need to check in with base command.
And I need you to brief General Abernathy. That's an order.
Why are we being transported
And-
in a stolen civilian vehicle?
Okay. At least he asked the big question.
Check this out.
Check this out on my Zune.
Now believe robbery and sabotage were the motives behind today's explosion. At Cobra Pharmaceuticals, police seek a group of U.S. Army personnel led by this man, Sergeant.
Oh, wait a minute. I thought Scarlet was the leader.
The armed men forced their way into the plant at gunpoint.
Hey, where's the part where Cobra shot first?
Oh, it was in
Since
there.
the explosion resulted in at least one fatality, Hauser and his men are wanted for murder.
Being set up.
Major Hidalgo.
Major Hidalgo, you're my favorite horse.
I'm
the
beginning
secret
to
you
think
managed to
Major
record
Hidalgo
twice
might not be
originally
Major
ordered.
Hidalgo.
What do you say?
I say, you're fired.
Oh!
Wow, he got absolutely evaporated.
Good thing you were quick with it.
It's fried.
Great. How do we prove we're not criminals? We can't trust anyone.
We can trust General Abernathy.
Based on what? We couldn't. I thought we could trust that guy.
Put out the many fires.
Lieutenant O'Hara, what in Sam Hill have you been doing?
I had pictures, sir, of the real Cobra.
A real cobra. I had pictures of a real cobra.
It was a big
Let
one,
me
big
guess.
snake.
At the Cobra plant, you and those soldiers incinerated.
Sir, if you'll just let me explain.
Explain? You acted without orders, Lieutenant. You and those men will accept responsibility for going rogue. End of discussion. Now surrender yourselves.
General, we've been set up.
Until you can prove that, son, I can't help you. No one can.
So, that's the first episode of G.I. Joe Renegades.
Well, things I hated it. I just watched somebody I like die, and everybody's
Well,
in
you gotta
trouble.
give them credit for killing off a character or removing a character. I obviously would never have expected that. And there's a lot of world building going into this universe that I like a lot. I borrowed a lot of ideas from this. Just the stuff that we've seen in this episode, I really like a lot of the character redesigns. I like the core team that they've picked. I don't know if I would have changed anything specifically. They have a great formula, which you'll see in later episodes, where another Joe that they need the assistance of would guest star in a single episode. Like, they're like, oh, we're going into an Arctic mission. I got a guy. His name is Snowjob. We'll go meet up with him. And then they deal with his stuff in that episode. And then they're on to the next one. And I think that works. It's a really great way to showcase the team slowly as they were building to it. Despite the fact that this show was only one season, it was not a failure. And it wasn't unpopular either. The reason it got canceled or whatever is because they thought the plot and the characters were too similar to the next movie that was coming out, and they were, I don't know, the hub was already kind of like on bad footing from the get-go, but this show didn't fail for the reasons you would expect it to have failed. And
it's surprising that a network that was hard to access didn't work.
Yeah, I know.
I never would have thought that.
We're going through the same thing right now. They just announced that they're getting ready to start another, like, all Hasbro related media thing, and I just don't think there's enough content for that to happen. Not unless you're making new content to pull them in. It wasn't like things are now, right? You can't just subscribe to the hub and watch it. You either had it or you didn't, or you went to the internet like I did. They did release this on DVD, and they also released it on Blu-ray. I've owned both of those releases because, again, I have a lot of great feelings about this show. This show was also a great attempt at attracting a specific younger audience into the fold, because it's a fresh start. You could learn a simple amount of characters in a reasonable amount of time. It was family friendly, I guess would be the right word. It's not overly violent. I don't let my kid watch this. Absolutely. There's really nothing in it that I feel like is objectionable at all. And they made the characters slightly younger. They added characters like Mindbenders younger, just to help kind of like bridge that gap between them and us, basically. So yeah, I do. I really like Renegades. I enjoy watching it. I've watched it several times, and I think there are some episodes that are really good. And there's a lot of other characters that we'll see later on that really like round out the roster in clever ways. Do you have any thoughts about Renegades as we close up, Jaren?
So I mean, it's intriguing because this kind of, to me, it feels like it was going after the same market as like the Star Wars, the Clone Wars, or the Young Justice show, like that. Like it's not necessarily, it can be watched by kids, but it was kind of trying to be a little bit like an older, like a teen audience kind of thing. And it's just surprising that, like, if this had come out probably a year or two earlier, I probably would have watched it. But looking at the dates of when it came out, it was like right at that time when I was like, okay, I guess I should stop watching cartoons.
I'm almost at that age.
You know, like I'm driving now, you know. And then I got smart and realized, like, oh, hey, it doesn't matter. Just watch what you want to watch because people are dumb. So I don't know. It's really intriguing. I kind of want to watch it like a lot now. So we need to record the next episode soon so that we can continue to say I haven't watched it, because I'm going to have to put it on my list to
I
watch.
would throw it to the listeners and viewers if they would like for us to continue to watch these, if they would prefer that we watch the original cartoon only. Whatever you guys are more interested in, leave a comment here in the video or send us an email at anythingjoespod@gmail.com and we'll take it into consideration. We could watch this whole series and it wouldn't be that challenging. There's only about 20-ish episodes. And as I've already mentioned, I really enjoy watching them. I think there's a lot of good ideas. And I encourage you, the listener and viewer, first of all, if you've never watched these, you don't have to wait for us. We talk over top of a lot of it. Go ahead and watch them right now. They might even be on YouTube at this point. You can definitely watch them for free somewhere, Tubi or something. And the second thing is, the one thing I always push is that take ideas from this very good story and implement them into your own Joeverse if you're still, actively, if that's how you play with your figures, just like I did. And I would tell you that the way I took this Mindbender and what I did with him was I put him in my Joeverse, but I didn't want to get rid of regular Dr. Mindbender. So this Mindbender is a clone of the original Dr. Mindbender, but he's just like Boba Fett did with or Jango Fett did with Boba Fett, but he's aging up at like a natural age progression, and which might make him a little bit younger. In my universe, I'm imagining him as like a late teen maybe, and I call him Brainwave, which is a nod to I have some deep G.I. Joe lore. This is a nod to a Marvel's G.I. Joe like in the early 40s. It's the one that has Lady J on the cover riding a motorcycle and she's being chased by a bat. There's a mistake in the book. It's like Dr. Mindbender's first introduction, and they accidentally call him Dr. Brainwave. It's never been corrected to my knowledge. It's something that people wrote in with no prizes. It's a completely obscure, forgotten fact that I took and was like, perfect. So I call this young Dr. Mindbender Brainwave as a little nod to that. And they work together, but he's more interested in the like bioorganic side of things, where Mindbender's a little bit of a jack of all trades. He works on robots and all kinds of stuff. Anyway, that's a little fun piece of Joe lore from my universe for you. We'll be back in 2 short weeks. We've got classified stuff to talk about. We got a bunch of stuff to do still. We're always one step behind. We're never gonna have a shortage of stuff to talk about, or watch, or read, or whatever. But yeah, we look forward to talking to you then. You can send us an email at anythingjoespod or anythingjoespodcast@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. You can find us on social media at Anything Joe's Pod. That's on X, that's on Instagram, Blue Sky, YouTube, etc. File Cards Volume 6 and Cover Me Volume 2, songs from the G.I. Joe animated series, are both streaming on all services. And I would love for you to check them out if you have time. Cover Me Volume 2 has been a bit of a runaway hit, if I dare say so. People that don't listen to the show seem to really like it. I've worked really hard on it. Please give it a shot if you're so inclined. I think it's really, really good. And that's it. Thanks so much for watching and listening, and we look forward to talking to you again in just 2 short weeks, where anything's available for discussion here on Anything Joe's.